this is a,
Basically designed so you can shut the project down from right here all the way.
Well, to here, and then again from here, all the way, the sections you can close
This whole
off.
sections can be closed off for events.
But then how do people drive?
the drive in here.
They still have the main light, they can come into the project.
And use the second bridge that's over closer to the freeway to get
Where
across
is the
here.
second entrance?
Right
I'm
here.
sorry.
This bridge is here.
When you say you can close it off, when you can close it off, I mean, who's is somebody going to be on-site manager? I mean, how are we going to get people, how are we going to do that? It's private property. I mean, how would we do that?
No, we do that.
Oh,
we
you
do
do
that
it.
with the
Oh.
events, so just like.
How many are you going to do a year?
Just like any of the, if there's a farmer's market, if there's the parades, whatever they do, they contact
Oh, okay.
us.
We do art
We manage
fairs,
all of our
holiday
own
events,
properties,
those
we
kind
don't
of
use,
But we did suggest, I know Mary said you should have an on-site manager there because it's really, there's rapes and stuff like that down that creek. It's not very good. It's not very safe.
we won't have a on-site manager living here all the time,
No, I don't
We
mean,
manage
I don't mean
ourselves.
like at
Absolutely
Plaza
not.
North.
We
I
have,
mean,
a bad
We have
element
cleanup
of-
staff, we've got people, we'll have 3 or 4 people on the project all the time.
And part of our
Just our
design
maintenance
too, that we
crew.
worked very hard with our landscape, our architect too, is designed to be very eyes-on. The idea that there's a lot of lighting on site. We're really trying to make sure that our paths are well lit and that you can see them from the street and from the parking lot. We're not trying to create plaza areas, but not that are shielded from public view.
And security, security is needed, we have our own security staff.
Well, the reason we ask is, we're a neighborhood right off of that. We don't want a lot of lighting at night, because we want the ambiance of a neighborhood, not like we're living next door, to a football stadium that's lit up all night. However, right down the street at Kohl's, they have rapes, they have carjackings, they have, men at gunpoint, knife point, and then if you go down to where the very next shopping center, which is, the Radio Shack and that whole area, there is a security guard that drives it all the time because we've had, once again, women held with knives to the throat. And that,
Well, by the city code though, we're required to provide lighting at certain lighting levels. We're required to provide
Screen lighting.
anti-glare shields where it's going to shine into neighborhoods or even upwards. There's some code requirements we've got to comply with in order to make sure that our lighting meets code. And it certainly will. It's certainly to the.
And
We
your
want a
points-
center
your
that's
points are
safe
well
and
heard, 'cause
people want to
People
go
aren't
to
safe, they're
and
not
shop
gonna
at.
shop. We don't do well unless our tenants do well, so.
and I spend most of the time on the second story of my home, so if that light's hitting me, that's not gonna make me happy.
Where do you live?
What's a
I
right in,
live
right
at the
out?
corner of Rushmore
We got rid of
and
the light there.
Airport.
Oh, down here a little bit?
Yeah, I live right down, you take Rushmore, right, Professional.
Oh, professional.
That very first left, that's my neighborhood, right
Right.
at that edge, yeah. So, and my concern is the traffic there is, what, I was just reading, F level?
Sorry.
That's how we get into our neighborhood, is right there at
There's
Professional.
no light though.
That'll be a
Greatly
traffic light.
enhanced.
But
That'll be a
it still
traffic
says
light.
F for
Those-
some reason in the traffic.
If I could just interject, we're here tonight to talk about pedestrian bicycle issues and the traffic issues and other project issues.
When
will
can we
be
talk about
reserved for
that?
the planning commission.
Oh, come on.
So I don't mean to spoil the party, but if we could kind of stay on task with ped and bike issues.
But is this
that
up
would
to
be-
circulation?
My point with
No?
that is, people walk from Lucchese right in front of the hospital and they walk right there. So right there, Professional. So my question is, is that gonna affect the pedestrian of that side of the street too? Because that is also a pedestrian area,
Well,
right?
crosswalks
Oh,
now.
safe
Right.
place to cross.
It'll be
Yeah.
a signalized
Signalized
intersection with
crosswalks.
crosswalks.
It'll be safer.
Make a roundabout.
So there's
Roundabout. You
one
love
here,
roundabouts, right?
All 4 sides. Yeah,
So-
it's
and
a
there's one
4-side
here.
construction, yeah.
okay, and
Yes.
there's nothing, there is something here, it's just not shown?
It's not shown, we focused on
Okay, so.
what's
there's a
happening here.
crosswalk.
Our plans
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
our city submittal show the full development of the intersection.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the reason we
That's right,
asked
those
is
will be conditioned.
because the pedestrianism of that spot right there is very important to those of us who walk it every day,
I agree.
so.
And you've got a lot of
I don't
scenery
know
But I
where
there
else
think
to ask
too.
it.
It'll
Kurt
be
has
like-
a good point that we need to stay within the confines.
Okay, so
of
let's bring it back. Let's talk about bicycle racks.